You take a few steps in the morning and something feels slightly off, not painful, but different and unfamiliar. You pause at the stairs, your hand gripping the railing a little tighter than it used to without realizing why. Your body still wants to move, but your legs feel slower, heavier, or more hesitant than before, like they are running behind the rest of you. You might blame aging or lack of exercise, but deep down, something about this change feels unsettling. This is not just in your imagination. Millions of people over 60 experience the same quiet shift. One day your legs carry you effortlessly. The next, they seem to hold back without warning. And often, this silent change starts long before it's visible. But what if your body has been asking for help all along? What if your legs are not failing, but simply lacking the right nutrients to stay strong? If you have noticed leg cramps, soreness, or instability, it may be time to listen more closely to what your muscles are saying. The first type is vitamin B6. Your legs do not move because you think about walking. They move because your brain sends messages that travel like lightning down a complex network of nerves. Vitamin B6 is the translator in this system, helping signals reach your muscles clearly, accurately, and on time. Without enough of it, that translation slows down or gets scrambled, leaving your legs confused about what to do. That is why low B6 can cause heavy legs, tingling feet, or a shaky, unsteady walk that feels strange but not exactly painful. Many people over 60 dismiss these symptoms as just getting older, but often they are the early signs of a silent B6 deficiency. B6 also plays another major role. It reduces muscle inflammation, which means it helps your legs feel less stiff after walking, climbing stairs, or simply standing for long periods. When you feel sore longer than expected or recover more slowly after light movement, it could be because your muscles are inflamed and undernourished. But B6 does not stop there. It is also involved in producing red blood cells, the very cells that carry oxygen through your bloodstream to your working muscles. When B6 levels drop, your muscles get less oxygen, which leads to quicker fatigue, even during basic tasks like walking from one room to another. That feeling of getting tired too easily may not be about age. It may be about oxygen-starved muscles. So where do you find B6? Thankfully, it hides in many everyday foods. Chicken, tuna, salmon, potatoes, bananas, chickpeas, and fortified whole grains are all great sources of vitamin B6. You may already be eating some of these, but here is the catch. As we get older, our ability to absorb B6 naturally goes down, especially if we have digestive issues or take certain medications. Most men over 60 need about 1.7 milligrams per day, and women need 1.5 milligrams. It sounds like a small number, but it has a huge impact. And while food sources are best, some people need a gentle supplement to meet their daily needs. There is one important warning. Too much B6 from high-dose supplements can cause nerve problems over time, so do not exceed the recommended amount without talking to your doctor. But with the right balance, B6 can bring your nerves back online, improve muscle communication, and make your legs feel more awake and connected again. Now that we have restored communication between your brain and your legs, let's talk about the nutrient that tells your bones where to send strength. The second type is vitamin K. Imagine your body as a city and calcium is one of its most important building materials. But without clear instructions, that calcium can end up in all the wrong neighborhoods. It might settle into your arteries, your joints, or your soft tissues instead of your bones. That is where vitamin K steps in as the traffic director, pointing calcium toward your skeleton and away from the places it does not belong. Most people think about calcium and vitamin D when it comes to building strong legs, but vitamin K is the missing third partner. Without enough of it, the calcium you consume may do more harm than good. It could lead to joint stiffness, muscle tightness, or even increase your risk of fractures and heart issues. Vitamin K activates a special protein called osteocalcin, which helps bind calcium tightly to your bones. This makes your bone structure denser, more resilient, and harder to break. And if you have ever worried about falling or fracturing a hip, vitamin K may be one of your best defenders. But the benefits do not stop at your bones. Vitamin K also reduces inflammation inside your joints, helping you feel less stiffness when you get out of bed or walk after sitting for a while. This matters most in your knees and hips, where wear and tear shows up first in people over 60. There is another surprising bonus. Vitamin K plays a quiet role in muscle balance too. It helps regulate calcium signals inside muscle cells, keeping your movements smoother and your balance more stable. If your legs feel wobbly or unsure at times, this vitamin could be part of the solution. You can find vitamin Conench, leafy green vegetables like kale, spinach, collard greens, Swiss chard, and Brussels sprouts. Vitamin K2, which may be even more effective at bone support, is found in fermented foods like natto, aged cheeses, egg yolks, and organ meats like liver. Most people can boost their K levels naturally by eating 1 or 2 servings of these foods daily. But there is an important note. If you are taking blood thinners or have been prescribed medication to control clotting, talk to your doctor before making major changes to your vitamin K intake. At the end of the day, vitamin K does more than support your bones. It keeps calcium flowing to the right places, eases joint tension, and helps your legs feel more flexible and secure. Now that we have strengthened your bones and joints, let's explore the mineral that keeps your muscles and reflexes sharp in real time. The third type is potassium. You bend down to pick something up and suddenly feel a sharp jolt in your calf that takes your breath away. You sit up in bed at night because a cramp grabs your leg without warning. These moments are not random. They are often a signal from your body that potassium is running low. Potassium is not just a blood pressure nutrient or something you find in bananas. It is one of the most important minerals for your leg muscles, especially after 60. It keeps electrical signals running smoothly between your nerves and muscles, helping your body move without hesitation or pain. When potassium levels drop, nerve signals can misfire or slow down, and muscles begin to cramp, twitch, or feel heavier than usual. This is often the hidden reason behind those moments when you stand up too quickly and your legs feel shaky or delayed, or when your feet seem to drag behind instead of stepping confidently forward. But potassium's power does not stop at nerves and muscles. It also helps balance your body's internal acidity. Modern diets filled with processed foods tend to make your body more acidic. And when that happens, your system may pull calcium out of your bones to neutralize the acid, slowly weakening your skeleton. Potassium helps protect your bones by buffering this effect and keeping calcium where it belongs. It also plays a role in hydration and circulation, especially in the joints. Better circulation means your muscles and joints get the nutrients they need to stay flexible, and you are less likely to feel stiffness in your knees and hips after sitting or walking. Bananas are helpful, but they are not the best source of potassium. Foods like baked potatoes with the skin, sweet potatoes, avocados, spinach, beans, oranges, and plain yogurt often contain more potassium per serving than a banana. Most older adults need around 2,600 milligrams per day if you are a woman, and 3,400 milligrams if you are a man. These numbers sound high, but they are very manageable with the right mix of fruits, vegetables, and legumes. However, if you have kidney disease or take medications like diuretics, talk to your doctor before increasing potassium significantly. For most people, a well-rounded diet is the safest and most natural way to get enough. If your legs feel heavy, unresponsive, or you wake up with leg cramps, it may be time to take potassium more seriously. Now that your electrical signals are back on track, let's talk about the mineral that helps your muscles relax at night and your legs recover in peace. The fourth type is magnesium. You are sleeping soundly when suddenly your calf seizes up like a steel wire pulled tight. You sit up clutching your leg, gasping from the sharp pain. This is not just a bad night. For many over 60, it happens often, and one of the most common yet most overlooked causes is low magnesium. Magnesium is the mineral your muscles depend on to relax, especially at night. It works alongside calcium to make movement possible. While calcium helps your muscles contract, magnesium helps them release. Without enough of it, your muscles stay tight, overactive, and prone to those sudden painful spasms known as leg cramps. It also regulates nerve signals and muscle tension, keeping everything calm and responsive instead of jumpy and stiff. When your magnesium is low, even light movement can feel exhausting. You may feel sore after walking short distances or notice that your legs are unusually tired by midday. But magnesium does more than support your muscles. It also helps your body absorb calcium properly and prevent calcium buildup in the wrong places. When calcium ends up in soft tissues instead of bones, it can cause stiffness, joint discomfort, and even kidney stones. Magnesium helps prevent that by guiding calcium where it is truly needed. Research from institutions like McMaster University has shown that seniors with healthy magnesium levels tend to have stronger bones, fewer leg cramps, and better sleep quality. Unfortunately, magnesium is easy to lose. Stress, caffeine, alcohol, and certain medications like diuretics or acid blockers all drain magnesium from your body. The good news is that you can rebuild your magnesium stores naturally. Foods rich in magnesium include spinach, pumpkin seeds, almonds, black beans, dark chocolate, and avocados. These are easy to add to smoothies, snacks, or simple meals. If diet is not enough, supplements like magnesium citrate or glycinate are both well absorbed and gentle on your stomach. Always start with a lower dose and talk to your doctor if you have kidney issues or take medications that affect mineral balance. Most people feel a difference within a few days. Leg cramps become less frequent, movements feel smoother, and sleep feels deeper and more refreshing. Your legs are no longer in constant tension, and your body finally gets the rest it needs to heal overnight. If you often wake up sore, if your legs twitch at bedtime, or if night cramps are stealing your sleep, magnesium could be the missing piece. Now that you can move more easily and sleep more peacefully, it is time to reconnect your muscles to your mind. Let's talk about the vitamin that restores coordination and brings energy back into your legs. The fifth type is vitamin B12. You walk across the room and feel a strange disconnect, like your legs are moving but not quite in sync with the rest of you. Maybe you stumble slightly or your steps feel slower than expected. This is not just clumsiness. It could be your body's quiet way of saying it needs more vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is critical for nerve function, especially in older adults. It helps transmit signals from your brain to your muscles, telling them exactly how and when to move. When B12 runs low, those signals become delayed, distorted, or simply don't arrive. The result is that familiar feeling of heavy legs, tingling feet, or an unsteady walk that seems to come out of nowhere. These symptoms are common among seniors, but they are often misread as normal aging. In truth, many of them are caused by a silent B12 deficiency, something that can be detected and reversed with the right attention. B12 also plays a key role in energy production. It helps your body make red blood cells, which carry oxygen to your muscles. When oxygen delivery slows down, your legs tire faster, even during short walks or light chores. That overwhelming fatigue you feel in your lower body could have little to do with age and much more to do with low B12. Here is where it gets tricky. As we age, our ability to absorb B12 from food declines sharply. This is partly because B12 needs stomach acid and a special protein called intrinsic factor to be absorbed. Unfortunately, many seniors produce less stomach acid, and common medications like acid blockers or diabetes, drugs can block B12 even further. So what can you do? Start with B12-rich foods such as eggs, dairy, fish, chicken, and liver. For those who follow a plant-based diet, fortified cereals and non-dairy milks may help. But in many cases, supplements become necessary to restore healthy B12 levels. The good news is that B12 is water-soluble, meaning any excess is safely flushed out. This makes it one of the safest vitamins to supplement, whether by pills, liquid drops under the tongue, or monthly injections prescribed by a doctor. Once B12 is replenished, many people report feeling stronger, more stable, and more confident on their feet. Walking becomes smoother, reflexes sharpen, and that strange disconnection between your brain and your body fades. If you feel like your legs are lagging behind, like your steps are unsure, or your energy is always low, B12 might be your turning point. Now that your coordination is coming back online, let's move to the mineral that forms the actual structure under your feet and the vitamin that makes it solid. The sixth and seventh types are calcium and vitamin D. You take a step and feel something you did not expect. Not pain, but a strange fragility, like the floor is less certain or your bones are not as solid as before. That is when calcium and vitamin D enter the picture as the foundation of your leg strength. Let's start with calcium. It is the main mineral in your bones, making up the rigid framework that holds your legs, hips, and spine together. Without enough of it, your body pulls calcium out of your bones to fuel other vital functions slowly, leaving your skeleton weaker and more brittle. This gradual depletion is silent but dangerous. A small misstep that once meant nothing can suddenly lead to a cracked hip or fractured femur injuries that take months to heal and may never fully recover. That is why calcium is not just about strength, it is about independence. But calcium cannot do its job alone. It needs vitamin D to be absorbed properly, and that is where most people run into trouble. Without vitamin D, much of the calcium you consume passes through your body unused, offering no protection at all. Together, these two nutrients form a team. Calcium builds bone density, while vitamin D guides it into place and supports muscle function, especially in the legs. Vitamin D helps maintain fast twitch muscle fibers, which control quick movements and reflexes. These are the fibers that help you catch yourself when you trip or step off a curb without falling. Without enough vitamin D, these fibers shrink your balance, declines, and falls become more likely. If your legs feel slower to respond or your sense of stability has dropped recently, low vitamin D might be the reason. You can get calcium from milk, cheese, yogurt, leafy greens, tofu, almonds, and sardines. You can get vitamin D from sunlight, which helps your skin produce it naturally, and from foods like fatty fish, egg yolks, fortified milk, and mushrooms. Most adults over 60 need 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams of calcium per day and 800 to 1,000 IU of vitamin D. If you are not getting enough through food or sun exposure, supplements can help, but only under a doctor's guidance. And do not forget movement. Weight-bearing exercises like walking or light strength training stimulate bone growth and help keep calcium in the bones where it belongs. So if your legs feel fragile or you worry about leg cramps and stability, calcium and vitamin D may be the solid ground you need. Now that we have rebuilt your foundation, let's wrap it all up with a gentle reminder that every strong step begins with simple daily care. You have just learned the 7 most important vitamins and minerals that support your legs after 60. But this is not just a list. This is your blueprint for strength, stability, and confidence with every step you take. If your legs have been feeling slower, heavier, or more fragile than they used to, you are not imagining it. These changes are real, but they are also not permanent, and most importantly, they are not out of your control. When your body is missing even one of these essential nutrients, it speaks to you. It speaks through leg cramps at night, through wobbly steps, through unexpected soreness after short walks. These are not signs of aging, you must accept. They are signals asking for help. Now you know how to respond. You know that vitamin B6 helps your nerves fire properly, that vitamin K tells calcium where to go, that potassium and magnesium control how your muscles contract and relax. That vitamin B12 keeps your brain and legs connected, and that calcium and vitamin D build the solid ground beneath you. But you do not need to fix everything today. You do not need to change your diet overnight or buy a shelf full of supplements. Instead, start with one small step. Add a handful of spinach to your breakfast, take a short walk in the sunlight, swap one snack for a banana or a yogurt, speak with your doctor about checking your B12 or vitamin D levels. These little choices add up. According to research from the Journal of Clinical Nutrition, seniors who consistently maintain healthy levels of these 7 nutrients experience better mobility, fewer falls, and improved quality of life. That means you are not just protecting your legs. You are protecting your independence, your energy, and your ability to stay connected to the world around you. Your legs have carried you through so much already. They deserve the chance to carry you even farther with strength, comfort, and confidence. If this message resonated with you or reminded you of someone you care about, take a moment to share it. And if you would like more gentle, trustworthy advice for staying strong after 60, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and join us again soon. You are never too old to feel strong again. You just need to give your body the nutrients it's been quietly waiting for.